I thought I would go through my book quote journal, and I've had this for probably 15 years. I have no idea where I got it. You can see the emo me wrote Willow Weep for Me based on Emily Autumn's song Willow back in probably 2007. I just love the illustrations on here. I usually forget about it. It's tucked away on a shelf somewhere, but I do use it sometimes. So the first entry is from 2015, and I wrote, "Soon I noticed the white specks of stars, but still they weren't draped on a black sky. Still it wasn't dark, and although I watched intently, I did not see the moment of dark, and I wondered if maybe it wasn't a moment at all." This is from Chasing Redbird by Sharon Creech. The next entry is from 2016, and I wrote, "Everything you own wants to be of use to you. Even if you throw it away, it will only leave behind the energy of wanting to be of service. Freed from its physical form, it will move about your world as energy, letting other things know that you are a special person and come back to you as the thing that will be of most use to who you are now." This is from Marie Kondo, Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And I love the animism in that book. I then have an entry, another from 2016. "Whistling comets, streaming colors, golden, pink, and green. Rockets like dragons in claps of purple thunder. Silver stars that turned to flowers and opened over half the sky. Fire jewels in fountains. Ruby, diamond, emerald, sapphire falling like rain." By Hilary McKay from Caddy's World. And I did tell you that the Casson family series was one of my favorites. So there's a little sampling of her writing. The next entry is from 2017. "In front of a tall hedge of cypress, the chrysanthemums nodded heads of bronze and copper and sulphur yellow, while from them and from the earth dead leaves and the tangle of bright nasturtiums round their roots came the sad, beautiful smell of autumn." This is by Mary Stewart from The Little Broomstick. "Age had made her more valuable, not less so." From J.M. Dillard's Insurrection, from also 2017. That's actually a novelization of the Star Trek movie Insurrection. From 2018. "A great fire of sunset burned on the top of the gate that led from the stables to the house. Above the fire in the sky lay a large lake of green light. Above that a golden cloud, and out and over that the blue, windy heaven. And Diamond thought that, next to his own home, he had never seen any place he would like so much to live as that sky. For it is not fine things that make a home a nice place, but your mother and father." George MacDonald, At the Back of the North Wind. And At the Back of the North Wind is one of my favorite books of all time. The prose in it is so gorgeous, and when you find out more about George MacDonald's own life, the book is so heartbreaking. "It was many, many a year ago in a kingdom by the sea that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and to be loved by me. I was a child and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabel Lee." Edgar Allan Poe from the poem Annabel Lee. And I actually first heard this in the movie Holes, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. The next one is from this year, just a month ago. "In happy hours, when the imagination wakes like a wind at midnight, and the soul tumbles in all its leaves. It is a joy to be uplifted on its wings and listen to the prophetic voices in the air that call us onward. By the author Longfellow, and this was in The Whisper by Pamela Zagarenski. Such a beautiful poem. February 10th, this month. As you can see, I've been writing more in this, making an effort to write more. Down by the riverside comes out of 100 mouths. The music of the song floats skyward and joins the brick dust and cannon smoke, hanging in the air. Then the old hymn and the war dust sprinkle down together over everything in the city, by Rosemary, Lincoln and His Boys. And that's just such a beautiful quote because it's just right after the Civil War. That book was really written beautifully, as well as the illustrations. This month, the 14th, the Nightingale's Song of the peaceful churchyard where the white roses bloom, where the air is sweet with the scent of the elder tree, where the green grass is moistened by the tears of those who have lost their loved ones. And as he listened, Death was filled with great longing to be back in his own garden, and he vanished out of the window like a cool white mist. Hans Christian Andersen, translated by Eva Le Gallienne, not sure how to pronounce her last name, Eva La Gallienne, from The Nightingale. And that was just such a beautiful passage, and I've actually put on hold Eva La Gallienne, her memoir, because apparently she did a lot of translation work. Like, really curious about her just because her translation of this passage was so beautiful. That's all. So it's kind of sad that I haven't used it very much, but hopefully I will be using it more often. So thank you for watching, and I highly suggest you keep your own notebook of quotes you like.